Hey everybody, it's time now for chapter 19. I can't believe we're up to chapter 19 of Alienated, but as always, before we start, I want to give a quick shout out. This one actually isn't going very far. It's literally going across the street from our house here in London to Alexander, our neighbor and our friend, and we miss you. We hope to see you soon. I hope you're taking care of yourself and taking care of your family, and we miss everybody across the street. So this is chapter 19 of Alienated. This is called If You Build It. That night, during a spaghetti and meatballs dinner, Dad quizzed us half-heartedly on our days. Jess announced that in addition to becoming prom committee chairperson, she was now editor of the yearbook. "I even got invited to sit at the cool tables in the cafeteria, Dad," she gloated. "And that's like a really big deal." She'd somehow managed to elevate her social status right up to the rarefied tables along the wall. I couldn't believe it. My twin sister was now in the exclusive company of the cool seniors, the cool juniors, and of course, the cafeteria monitors. Without even knowing it, she was rubbing my distinct uncoolness in my face. "I get to decide what is remembered about this year at Groom Lake," she bragged, turning to me. "And what is forgotten." I sighed. Unless my plan worked, Jessica would be in charge of archiving our last days on Earth. "Top gun, Jessica. I'm very proud of the way you're fitting in here," Dad said, slurping spaghetti into his mouth. I almost laughed. With long strands of red pasta hanging from his mouth, he actually looked like an alien. "Thanks, Dad," Jess said as she cut her pasta into little pieces. "I'm really starting to find my groove here." "Enjoy it while it lasts," I said as I twirled. I've always been a twirler. When it comes to spaghetti, I seek to create order from the chaos on my plate. I twirled my spaghetti strands into an expertly shaped cone of pasta around my fork, like the command module of the Apollo rockets. "It'll be great to have a yearbook commemorating Earth's last year of existence." "Sherman Capote," snapped Dad. "You should be trying to be supportive of your sister, and you should be trying to fit in, too." "I played football today," I offered. "Yeah," laughed Jess. "I heard he got crushed in a tackle. Heard your octopus friend had to scoop you off the 30-yard line." "That's great, Sherman," said Dad. "Football made me the man I am today." "Oh, I thought that was military school," I asked. "Or the Air Force," chimed Jess. "Football was the foundation of all of that. Focus, discipline, and inner strength." "Just like yearbook," said Jess. "Exactly," said Dad. "And rocket building," I said. "I used to get all of that from rocketeering." "But football never almost caused a world war, Sherman," Dad said. "That's because it's an American-only sport," I said. "Nobody else cares." "Sherman, sometimes you exasperate me." After dinner, I raced through my math homework and then waited until Dad and Jess fell asleep to sneak out and meet Octo at the hangar next to the scrapyard. Sonia and Houston were there too. I smiled at them. I needed all the help I could get. "So you're going to be a racer, eh?" asked Sonia. "I figured it'll teach me to focus, discipline, and inner strength," I said. "And you get the girl," added Octo. "And save the planet," said Houston. "That's the general idea," I said. "Then we're your crew," Sonia announced. "And we better get started. We've got a rocket to build and a racer to train." And we didn't waste any time. Octo and I scoured the scrapyard for usable rocket parts, while Houston and Sonia separated and organized our haul into the essential categories: engines, fuselages, boosters, and guidance. We debated and discussed what type of racer to build. "The fastest one possible," I said. "But it's a trade-off between speed and maneuverability," explained Sonia. "Speed, speed, speed," shouted Octo. "Agility and control," countered Houston. The possibilities were mind-blowing. Saucer, airplane style, biplane, triplane, X-Wing, Enterprise, or NASA-issue STS. We debated aerodynamics, torque, and hovering capacity. I may have been banned from rocket camp, but out here, at night, I was getting a full education on the galaxy's best space technology. It was the first time I'd had friends to talk about rockets with. I guess this is how normal people felt in football teams and chess clubs and choirs, like they belonged. Unlike our competitors, whom Sonia said would stick to their own kinds of single-species crews, we had 4 different planets worth of know-how to pull from, so we were going to put our diversity to our advantage. And as we talked, Houston projected a constantly updating 3D hologram of what we were proposing. Slowly, a model took form. We agreed to combine the speed of a missile-style rocket with the maneuverability of Sonia's eggcraft. Houston illustrated a fusion-powered double rocket chassis with a crew cabin on top, fronted by the nose of a modified F-18. Somewhere, Will Smith was smiling. Every night, when the melting pot of Groom Lake went to sleep, we met at our hangar to build our racer. It was like having two lives. During the day, we'd go through the motions of school life, classes, lunches, bully avoidance, and at night, we'd meet to make the ship of our dreams. Despite Houston's promise of a disguise for the races, I was still fearful of getting caught. But one night, as the schematics for the racer were coming together, he wheeled in a large steel trunk. He opened the lid, revealing his solution. "This is how your identity will be hidden from the authorities." I gasped when Houston opened the box. His own severed head stared back at me from inside. It was tucked away with a dismembered metal torso and 4 limbs. The case housed a Houston doppelganger. Brand new, some assembly required. "Someone you know?" asked Sonia, tentatively. "Not all of my people successfully made the transition to robot form. This ectoshell was for my..." "Is vacant," said Houston. Octo put one tentacle around Houston's shoulders, another around mine. "So who," I asked, "was this suit made for? Originally?" "My twin brother, Aldrin," Houston said. "He didn't survive the digitization process." We went quiet for a little while. I didn't know what to say. Jessica was annoying, but there was a comfort in being a twin. I couldn't imagine losing that. I thought of Buzz Aldrin and how Houston's parents must have heard about or seen the human moon landings, just like my parents did, all those decades ago. "But if anybody asks," he continued, "I'll say that you are him, Sherman. It's only fitting. He was named after a brave human rocketeer." "Houston, it'd be an honor," I said, shaking his hand. "I'll be sure to do your brother proud." So that's chapter 19. Come back next for chapter 20. We're going to take the long weekend off, so everybody have a great long Easter weekend. And come back on Monday for chapter 20. Stay safe, stay inside, take care of each other, and be well. See you soon.